funky looking text effect. And what we'll do first is start with the text tool. Click here and type a word. Anything is good. We'll hit F1 to select it and enlarge that.
Funkalicious.
Okay. And now I want to change the font. So I'll bring up the font dialog. And what I'm going to do is actually change the font first to this one. It's called, I believe, Bake Muck Headline. Probably butchered that pronunciation, but anyways, I selected it here. It's a nice chunky text. Hit apply, close. Now I've got that thicker text. I can enlarge it here so you can see it a bit better. And now what I'm going to do is bring up the fill and stroke dialog box here, and I'm going to do two things. One is I'm going to turn off the fill, and the stroke I'm going to change to black and pick a decent thickness here. Probably 4 is good. And there I have my text. Now what I'm going to do is select that text, and I'm going to create a duplicate by hitting Control D. Now there's 2 of them here. I'm going to just click once and select one, the upper one, and I'm going to convert it to a path. So what I'll do is go Path, Object to Path. Now if I double click that, I could tell it's a path because it shows all the nodes. So when it's showing all the nodes like this, I'm going to go up to the menu and use Path, Dynamic Offset. What that does is leave one node here. I'm going to grab that node holding the Control key, and I'm going to drag it vertically up just a bit. And you can see it, once I let go of the mouse button, it creates this outline around that text. Okay? And the object that it's created isn't a path. If I double click it, it doesn't give me the nodes. And what I want to do is create another offset. What I have to do then is select that object, hit Control D to duplicate it, and now the duplicate is selected. I'll click Path, Object to Path again. I can double click it, see the nodes again. And again, Path, Dynamic Offset. And I'm going to just offset this one again, like that. Okay? You see a little bit of funny stuff going on here at the O. We can fix that later. What I'm going to do now is hit F1 to get the selection tool, or click the selection tool. And I'm going to start filling in colors. So I will select the innermost text and bring over the fill and stroke dialog box, and on the fill I'm going to change it to a glorious dark purple. Okay. Next I'm going to select the next outline out. Again, bring in the fill and stroke dialog box, change it to a solid. You'll see it covers over the original because it's above it. We'll send it behind in a second. We'll just pick another color here. Maybe a kind of sickly greenish blue, and that's probably good. And then I'm going to select, actually make sure it's selected. I'm going to hit page down, and you'll see we've sent it behind the purple text. Now we'll select the outer one. Again, I'm going to change the fill to bright orange, and once it's selected, page down twice to send it to the back. So there I have my Funkalicious text. And you can see some of those artifacts are gone. You still see a couple of them in here. If you want to get rid of those, you can. What you can do is usually select the one that's a problem. Holding Control, I've dragged it above the rest, and I can select it, turn it into a path, double click it, and you'll see those nodes in there are creating those openings. What I can do is just let's try this again. Let's make that a path, double click it, and we'll window those nodes and hit delete. And you'll see it fills in solid. Hit F1 to select it, and I'm going to move it holding the Control key move it back down. Okay, so there I've got my text. One other thing I might do here to kind of spruce it up a bit is select that purple object. I'm going to create a duplicate, move the duplicate up, and now using this curve tool, I'm going to draw kind of a curve through this and then create a closed polygon. Hit F1 to select that polygon, hold Shift, and select the text as well. So we've got them both selected. Do path, intersection. So I'm left with just that chopped bit. And now what I'll do is I will set the fill to white, change to stroke, set the stroke to white so you can't see it anymore, and I'm going to drag that object down with the control key down onto my purple text and just lower the opacity a little bit, and that kind of gives it a glossy kind of look. And there we have our Funkalicious text. You can do other things. You know, the good thing about Inkscape is you can change things later. So you could always click the orange layer and change it to something else. If you had the fill set, of course, you can change it to whatever colors you want. You can change the stroke of each object to whatever you want and make the changes that way. So that's it. Not terribly useful, but something you see once in a while. Might be fun if you're trying to do a logo or spruce up your website. Hopefully you